I'm not waiting for anybody to hop on or anything because honestly, it's a late night thing, and I doubt anybody's going to just pop in. But I wanted to hop on here really quick to talk a little bit about the way that I do some of my videos, namely the videos having to do with products. So, the way that I look at my product structure and how I do my different presentations are got kind of three different ones. So I've got reviews, I've got see now I'm drawing a blank. I've got reviews, I've got first looks, and I've got kind of a quick take or a quick shot. So here's my take on what each one of those is. So for what I call a first look, that would be something similar to the Norso video that was released today. So for a first look video, you're going to be looking at a lot of just information. It's going to be facts about the product, what the product is, what some of the features of that product are, um, materials, prices, things like that. I may interject a little bit of opinion in there on the usage of some of the features, things like that, but I probably won't go a whole lot into something. Uh, so, for instance, the reason that I'm making this video, like price, I'll say the price, and I may compare the price to other items, but I'm not really going to go into whether something is overpriced or underpriced on a first look because I'm just trying to give you guys information at that point. I've not done enough testing with something to even make the call myself on whether something is or is not overpriced, or whether it's underpriced, whatever. In my testing, something might end up failing. Geez, catastrophically. At at 1,000 rounds, which would change my opinion. On the first looks, typically I've got anywhere from between 0 to like 500 rounds through something. That's how many I have through the Norso. That's how many I have through the P10F. So don't expect a whole lot of things like that. Hey, G-Webs, how's it going, man? Um, so that's the first looks. We're just looking at like what the product is. So then we've got the reviews. Now the reviews are where like a lot of my opinion is going to come out on usability, on whether I do think the product is overpriced, underpriced, whatever it may be. Um, that's where you're going to be looking for that stuff. If you're unhappy with it or think that I missed something, that's a great spot to bring it up. The first looks are again generally just talking about the facts. The reviews are where I really get into it, and that's where I dig on product. And then you've got like the quick takes. So next week we're going to be seeing a quick take on the Grand Power Strybog, which is a cool little gun. Quick takes are generally what I'm going to do if I don't actually own the firearm. If I only have it to be able to test for a very short amount of time, go take it, run 100 rounds through, type of a thing, that's not enough for me to be doing a review on. Nobody should do a review, in my opinion, on a gun with under 500 rounds through it. Preferably 1,000, but 500 for sure. And the quick takes, I generally don't have that much rounds through. I borrowed them, I grab them at the range, whatever it may be. So the quick takes are they're just really quick. This is what I like, this is what I don't like. Here's my quick opinion on it, but don't take it with a grain of salt because I've only got a limited number of rounds through it. So that's kind of that's where that sits on where all my review status is, or my I guess hierarchy in review. Um, I do want to point out to people too, like whether I do or don't get stuff given to me, or whether I pay a discounted price. So the Norso slide again, for instance, I did pay for that. I did not pay full price for that, but I did pay for that. But that being said, whether I pay for an item or don't pay for an item, it doesn't matter to me. I mean, if you guys take a look at kind of my reviewing record, I I'm not easy on products. I don't give products a smooth pass just because they gave it to me. The Core Essentials belts, for instance, they sent me two of them. They're okay belts. They're bad gun belts. I don't think that they're good gun belts. And I'm sorry, I seem to be the only person in the firearms industry that thinks that, but I don't think they're good gun belts. There are far better options for the same amount of money. Again, they gave them to me for free. but I'm not going to give them a pass just because they gave me the items. Um, US Optics and the MCRS, they gave me that for a relatively steep discount. They gave me that for 40% off. And that optic was a gigantic disappointment, you know? So I just wanted to let you guys know, like, I don't take that stuff into consideration. I'm a very cheap person. I don't, if I can, man, I am all sorts of washed out on here, aren't I? If I don't like a product, I'm not going to lie to you guys and tell you that I like a product. Um, and if I think a product is overpriced, I'm going to tell you it's overpriced. You know, again, going back to the Norso slide, the Norso slide is an expensive slide. It's $460. When you look at some of the other options that are the same amount, like the primary machine, their Omen 2. Even if the Omen 2 doesn't require you to send your slide in first, even if they send you a new slide, that is not a built from scratch slide. It is slide. It is a slide. It's a modified stock slide. The serrations are stock serrations. So the fact that that is $100 ish more than more than the Norso places the Norso at a pretty good price point. Is it expensive? Yes. Is it as expensive as the competition it's going up against? Not so much. So that's where you got to kind of take that kind of thing into account as far as where it sits in the marketplace. Another good example is the Archon. The Archon Type B pistol, I think, is slightly overpriced. Um, that being said, if the Norso is coming in at 460, the Archon has an entire trigger group, an entire grip, and so when you take that into account, maybe the Archon isn't is it overpriced for me? Is it more than I would want to pay? Yeah. Yeah, it is. I think the Archon should come in at $100 less. But, that's just me in my opinion, and that's what you're on this channel for. I would assume would be to listen to my opinion at some point in time. Either that or just to sit out there and make fun of me and my Italian hands and my tent background. But oddly enough, I am not Italian, like not in the least. So, but anyway, guys, I just wanted to hop on here really quick and kind of lay that out for you guys so that you knew what to expect when you see review or first look or any of those things in my headers. That's what you're going to be looking at. You're going to be expecting that kind of thing. A first look's going to be an overview and most of the stats. A review is going to be my opinion and the stats, and then the quick shots are going to be just really abbreviated. This is what I think of it in 50 rounds. So that's all I've got tonight, guys. Again, just want to hop on and let you know that. Thank you for hanging out for the 7-8 minutes or so and listening to my explanation of that. So thank you very much, and I'll catch you next time.